We live, baby. We live, baby. Welcome back. It's Family Talk.
What's with that voice, man? Where you get that
Yeah,
voice
I'm about
from?
to say that pitch, boy.
We live, baby. Oh, hey, man, we alive, man. Welcome back to the Family Barbecue. This is your truly own B, the CEO. Man, why y'all don't never? Every time I come, listen. Let me tell y'all, I'll be so ready. After I say this is B, the CEO. Somebody needs to go next.
It needs to be in order, but I'll go. It's Lucretia.
Coach A.
Mr. Skywalker in the building.
Pick up the pace.
Well,
Pick up the pace.
OBGYN was supposed to be next.
Oh, Uncle Pudge, America's favorite uncle, and this weekend's OBGYN.
My dog just had dogs.
Yeah.
Listen,
Tell your granddaddy.
And that's
Early
about
morning.
puppies. That's it.
your early morning, midday, late night chef, Jimbo.
Jimbo. We got Nick in the background today, man. Hey, man, welcome to the Family Barbecue. It's always good to be on here with our family. Y'all know what it is. We got to get our mental health checks in order before we do anything. So,
I'm a 10, here 10, here 10, here 10, here 10.
Jimbo. Tell us why you were 10 this morning, Jimbo.
Listen,
He just got done caking.
Big
He
time.
still got the voice too.
He still got that cute sweat voice. He just got done caking.
I feel good. I feel good
feel
this
good.
morning. Yes, sir.
That's
I
what's
know
up.
what cake
Yeah,
you
hey.
want.
Hey, we was out hanging with Lucretia last night.
Hey, man, y'all be on the
So,
lookout. Look out for something special here next week, man. Hey, Jody, where you at, man? Mental health check.
You know what? I'm a 9.5. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm a 9.5 because this bad boy right here. If you ain't never had you one, get you one. Them things bust.
Tell people where it's at, Jody. So they
It's
know
at
where to
It's
get it.
at your local Wawa.
It's at your local Wawa.
What we doing?
Yeah, for real. That's
we
what we
just
doing
put
now.
We just put prices
Jesus.
and stuff, and we just doing it for free now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, if you like this sandwich, you owe us a like, share, and a subscribe. If you go get this sandwich and you like it.
Oh, well, it ain't gonna do too much good for us now. Coach A, where you at? Where you at, Coach A?
I already know what time it is. I'm at a 10. Always.
10, man. That's what's up.
Office
That's what's
pumping,
up.
busy, getting it done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uncle Pudge, where you at today? 1 to 10.
Man, I'm at a 10, man. I got puppies. I got 4 brand new baby sharks. I'm loving it. There's a damn zoo over here.
You got Infant City over there, don't you? You got a bunch of infants over there.
Bro, it's
Jesus.
all for the kids, man. Them know these kids breaking my pockets, man.
Oh, wait, you
Dad
got
them taxes.
you got the fish tanks?
Yeah, it's over here. I show it. It's over there.
Oh, okay.
Fish tank, 55 gallon. They wanted some baby sharks. Dad got taxes. They want everything now. They want to take me to the cleaners.
Well, you need to put a stop to that. Lucretia, where you at today? 1 to 10.
I'm a 10. I'm up this morning, so yeah.
Cree time.
God did
We
it.
all tired. We all tired. I'm at a 10 today myself, even though I'm
you see
tired.
that-
I
you see
woke
that
up.
shirt too, Coach.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice shirt. Yeah. Sorry.
Why you
B.
going? Yeah, thank you.
I'm hoping you wasn't abused. All them, do we gotta go get somebody?
Nah, I wouldn't wear it if it was a
Jody, we stay ready. Go.
Yeah, I saw him get up and put his face up. I was like, bro.
We stay
I'm
ready.
about to say,
Now.
what you say? I got a full tank of gas right now. What's good?
Where you at?
Y'all know Jody stay ready. He stay ready. He stay ready. Anyway, life is good. I'm a 10. We'll be back. Family Talk.
Tell them I ain't mad, babe. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good.
Jimmy, do you not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
Tell them I ain't mad, babe. You know I ain't mad if you love it. nobody overtake this moment from me.
I don't want no smoke over there. I heard her cut somebody out in traffic. I don't want no problem with that.
For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problems with that.
We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back.
Lucretia,
Hey,
stop
man.
That's a nice little touch.
Stop.
Jimmy, why would you tell her to stop smiling? She could have happy about that.
Jimmy, stay watching me. I hate that.
Jimmy, what's your problem, Jimmy? Let that child have her best life going on. She is happy that she is at the end of that
I'm just
video.
saying.
She was smiling through the intro. After the intro.
Nobody noticed that but you, though, bro. Nobody noticed
Hey,
that.
watching people, man.
Why is you watching her as she watching the intro, man? That is weird. Stop, Jimmy. That is weird. Stop it.
I'll be smile. It make me smile too. So don't even try.
Yeah.
Jimmy ain't watching you though. He watching Creed. I'm just playing, Jimmy. I'm just
Hey,
playing.
fellas, don't we got a birthday shout out to do?
That's what I was just getting ready to get to that, man. We do got some birthday shout outs, and I just sent Nate an email because he wanted an email. But happy birthday, man, to our twins of this family. Happy
Yes,
birthday to Nick and Nate, man. They turned the big 3-3 today. We just want to wish them a happy birthday. I think Nate gonna be on, so y'all will be able to wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Man, happy birthday to the gang in Jody
Bro.
Williams. To the gang.
Happy birthday.
Man. Happy birthday to our boys, man. Happy birthday. But until those fellas come back and we can get them when we come back, man. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know what time it is?
I know what time it is.
Y'all know what time it
I
is?
know what time it is.
Y'all know what time it is.
Hey.
It's the news with the coach.
Coach.
It was
That's
with
right.
the coach.
You already know what time it is. I know it's been a couple weeks since you seen me, but that's all right. If you standing up, sit your butt down because I got something for you today. Today, I'm going to tell you about this barbecue sauce that's fire. Why is fire? Because it come with that fire. 36-year-old Andre Thomas is currently facing 2 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a burglary of habitation following the January 22 incident in hand. Jay Wills from the Harris County Sheriff's Department says that Anthony went to pick up his order at the local barbecue the local barbecue pit. It's called Dickey's Barbecue Pit on Shady Drive. It started off normal as Thomas picked up his order and left, but soon looked into his bag and noticed something missing. They forgot his barbecue sauce. That's right. He called back mad, said that they didn't get his barbecue sauce and started threatening everybody, said he would shoot up the place. So right after that, he left and he didn't actually go home. He went across the street to a gas station and then he waited on them to leave. And once they left, he drove past him and put about 5-6 shots inside the car.
Oh my
And
God.
that is fire barbecue sauce.
Oh my God. So he shot up somebody because he didn't get his barbecue
Oh,
sauce.
barbecue sauce.
That was
And
a
if you don't-
barbecue sauce.
Gonna go to Publix or Walmart, go get some barbecue sauce.
I know people like that over that Chick-fil-A sauce. It's serious, man.
It ain't
Don't
that
don't
serious.
let the order up.
It ain't that serious.
It ain't that serious. But that's it for you, Coach Jay. I appreciate you guys. What's going on?
Man, my goodness. Barbecue sauce. This is barbecue sauce, people. Nate,
Hey.
What's good?
Happy
Yo.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Happy birthday, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Appreciate
happy
it.
birthday.
man, it's a
Young
special
Thug.
appearance when Nate show up.
Huh?
Young
It's a
Thug.
special appearance when Nate show up.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, this year we've gotten more visits from Nate. This is gonna be a
Then we
good
did
year.
all year.
Yeah.
We only in
It's
the
gonna be
third
a
month.
great year.
It's gonna be a good year, man.
We
It's gonna be a good
like
year.
6 times already. We saw you 6 times total last year.
I know it. I gotta show my face. No, y'all got Nick here, so you see me from time to time.
No, we see Nick. We gonna see Nate, man.
For the people who don't know, who don't know no better, they see me from time to time.
I get it. Well, it's always good to have you at the barbecue, my brother. It's always
Appreciate it.
But let's get into it, man. Why let's not hold out.
Hey, hold
Let's
on,
out.
Nate. If I see you today, you got a hug with your name on it, bro.
Wait, is it a regular hug? Is
Keep your hands to yourself.
it a regular hug or is it a Jimmy hug?
It's a Jimmy hug.
Nah, you see, y'all don't be knowing. Jimmy put his hands around me, and then he take that other hand and he hit me one good time. He's abusive. He's abusive.
Oh, he said,
Hey,
keep your
Nate,
hands
you are
to your-
perfectly right to defend yourself. Okay.
I can't do Adrian like that.
Yeah,
He
that's
a
why I
little
want him
bigger
touching me.
than me.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's get into it, CM. Let's rock out.
What's up, man? Well, we were supposed to talk about this last week, but it was time for us to go, so we brought it back this week. And I thought it was a great question, and we're here to talk about it. So, should Black people get restitution for slavery and Jim Crow?
Coach A, why you laughing, man?
Hey, here we go with this again.
I'll take them coins.
Okay, well, should we? Should Black people get?
I'll take them coins.
Why would you want those coins, Jimbo?
Because they didn't give it to our ancestors, so I take what they didn't get.
That's just it.
That's it. Keep it simple.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, my brother.
Hey,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just like we deserve what was due to our ancestors, right?
I don't think there's
go
people
ahead,
that
Coach
won't
A.
take it.
But some people would say why.
That's what I'm asking right now. Why? Why
I know
should
some white people that'll take it.
There you go. So, there you go. Why? Because they deserved it. They deserved it, and they were not able to get what they deserved. And we're here now saying, "Hey, we want what they deserve."
But
Well, I can't wait for my boy Moore to come on.
So
Gotta be more in depth than that.
So let me ask this question, because I know because of slavery and Jim Crow and all this type stuff, we weren't the ones that were technically that was doing the slavery. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't physically doing that. They paved the way so we wouldn't have to, and a lot of things were put in place so we wouldn't have to. So that's why I'm saying, why should we, when we didn't have to go through all of that? Why should us, Black people now, receive money? Because we didn't have to. We wasn't being whipped and out there in the fields and nothing like that. Our ancestors was, yes, they were. And even some of our family members that we can probably name out was out there doing that.
And B, not only that, how many people transferred down here from the north? Like, how can you determine your lineage, who actually supposed to have it, versus people that's just flocking down here or sending in applications to get it just because they the same color?
Exactly.
The way I look at it, they sent more
get
money. The amount of money that it would take for them to pay reparations, which I forget the amount, but they've sent more of that. They spent that in Iraq, times whatsoever. They're sending that much money to the Ukraine. They sending that much money, not just to that, but to other countries over in Europe and China and Asia and all these other places. Why not keep the money at home?
Which I agree to that, Jimbo. I do.
say.
I do agree to that. But when you say keep the money at home, are you just talking about keep the money with Black people? Or are you just talking about keep the money
No,
here?
I'm talking about keeping the money to our ancestors. We want what they deserve. It got our name on it. We're heirs. We are heirs and we want it. Yes, sir.
I love Jimbo. Dog,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
if ain't nobody told you this morning, I love you, dog.
I love you too.
I
We'll
know.
be the only
Hey,
person.
Cree, man, shed some light on it a little bit for us. I look like we
I
kind of
don't
bouncing
really-
back and forth.
I don't know, but I was just wondering, like, how far back would it start?
That's
though?
a good question. How far back, Jimbo?
I have no clue.
Really?
Jimmy don't care. He just want that money.
Whitley, what's good, brother? Jimmy just wants some money. Well, Uncle Pudge, man. Uncle Pudge.
Let me drop it on y'all, man.
Drop the bomb on us, man, because I know you got something.
Listen here, man. The reason why we would deserve it is because if you look at how it was constructed, white people had a 400-year head start on us.
But
You
how
gotta
can we
think
prove
about
that?
that.
How can you prove that?
Well, you just said
Because of what they
slavery.
say?
No. With slavery, you wasn't allowed to own land. You wasn't allowed. You didn't get anything. Jim Crow. Well, you weren't allowed. Like just recently, at 1965. That's when they started
Right.
allowing black folks to actually own houses and stuff. This system was constructed to keep us behind. When you got a 400-year head start on people, they're prosperous. They was able to transfer, their wealth and pass it on down the line. We wasn't able to. So you got to think about that. If I got $20 million and I'm able just to pass it on, that 20 million keep growing because money grows. They was able to grow their money. We didn't have any money. We was cheated. They was cheated out of their 40 acres and a mule. And you want to think about that. Land right now, 40 acres worth of land, that's a lot. You rich. You rich, depending on what the land is. I know y'all got those Florida.
All right, Uncle Push.
That's the government cutting him off.
Somebody like what he was
Somebody
saying.
did not like what Uncle Push was talking
Hey,
about.
Jody, that's Chad right there, Jody.
Get real.
Hey, Chad, mind your business over there.
So until Uncle Push come back, Jody.
I got my boy ready if y'all ready.
Oh well, let's hold off on
Yeah,
Jody. Let's hear what
let-
Mo got to say, man.
What's up, Bo?
Bring Mo in.
Ask him the question.
Mo, what's good, man? Welcome to Family Talk, my brother. How you doing this
He
morning?
look like he gonna say,
Good. How y'all doing?
We doing pretty good, man. Hey, we talking about reparations in Jim Crow for slavery. Black people feel like we need money for all of that. I need to know your input. What you think about black folks getting money because of slavery, getting reparations and stuff like that? What you
My bad, people. The government cut me off. They didn't want me to talk.
we know. But Mo, how last real quick, Mo? What you think?
As far as getting money, like restitution for that, I don't think that solves anything. Don't think that's beneficial to anybody. The biggest thing, well, there's a couple different things, but a way to even start that, you can have how much money you're going to give somebody and who are you going to give it to. So slavery and the Jim Crow laws, they were a terrible thing, a part of American history. And it's terrible that people had to go through that in the first place. There's no excuse for that. But with that, you have to look at equality or your equality of outcome versus your overall opportunity of outcome versus equality. So, for example, one thing I was telling Nick, when you guys make waffles in the morning, right? You put syrup on that, right?
Right.
What syrup do you use in the morning? What's that brand?
Aunt Jemima.
It's Richard Miller brand.
log cabin.
Yeah. Look, Aunt Jemima is the #1 brand of syrup in America. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best shit.
Right.
That is a woman that lived during the Jim Crow era and if not slavery. I don't know the exact date, but she came up with one of the greatest recipes for syrup and has become a household name.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone in here knows who Aunt Jemima is, right?
Right.
And they took her name off of it, and that's a whole separate conversation. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Give the lady credit. Like, that's her brand. She made that. But anyway, equality or opportunity of you have an opportunity to capitalize in today's age on all the foundation and all the shitty things that happen in America, right? We all have the same opportunity. There's nothing that is going to set you apart from going out and doing something like that. Now, as far as paying, okay, so how are we going to decide who gets it and who doesn't? Right? So, okay. And for how long? Just this generation or every generation moving forward?
That's a good question. Is it just us?
What happens if you have someone who's light skinned? Either has a black or white mom, a black or white father.
You get more money.
They get more money?
Stop it.
And what about if we're going forward and we're saying every generation moving forward? Well, for one, are people who are light skinned involved in that? They have a white parent, so do they deserve restitution? And now when that light skin, If he or she gets with someone else who is light skinned and they have a child, well, now you have more than obviously one white person involved in that. And does that dilute it at all?
That's a good question. Hey, y'all got to answer that. Coach?
Yeah, I sure do.
They still get it.
What them old slave owners say? You got one drop of black blood and you considered black. So as long as you getting the check.
Yep.
If you got one black parent and you done had 8 other boy, you got 1/16 black in you. You get a check. Like it don't matter.
Yeah, Mo sound like he worked for the government, man. He come in.
We have to apply logic to the situation. Logical. Do any of you guys know anybody who was in slavery? That
I'm
entire
pretty sure we
generation.
could go down the line.
I mean, everybody that was a part of that generation has passed away. Your parents didn't know slavery. They may know with the Jim Crow era, depending, but I mean, even that, we have to move forward. We cannot recess, go backwards at all. Any step backwards is just a further division down the line.
I like that. I like that.
For sure.
We all are the same. We all got to move towards being progressive as far as we can't be bound by this happened. Like, there's terrible tragedies along the way. Are we going to pay Native Americans? No, that doesn't make sense to pay Native Americans.
Or they get
slaughtered them by
they already got their stuff.
They
already got their stuff though.
What did they get? What did they get, and when did they get it?
They literally get casinos that are tax free.
Everything. They got land.
They literally
got land. And what year did they get land?
Bro, they get money
and everything tax free.
They get money. Some of them get monthly.
Yeah, they get money too. Yeah.
They get casinos and tax breaks. That's about it.
They get what?
They get casinos and they get tax breaks.
Bro, some of them get money. They get
because
they get to go to college for free too. Like
because Native Americans get money, black people should get money. That's what y'all saying?
No, we just saying
that was way back when they got land. When land wasn't as a commodity as it is today. There's not land to give out nowadays. Go try to buy an acre of land. I'm guessing if you're in Florida, go try to buy an acre of land out in Mayaca. It'll cost you a pretty penny.
Oh no, it's a lot of land in mid America, the Midwest.
Right, in the Midwest. Yep.
Yeah, it's plenty land out there. It's plenty land in Texas.
Privately owned land, public land. I know there's a lot out in the Nevadas, which is desert. You have some in Utah, which that's going to be mountainous. I mean, if you want to go live on a mountain, maybe that's a conversation we can have about it. But you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere.
Utah is gorgeous.
And then
I'll stay out there.
If we're going to write checks for slavery, are we going to write checks to the Chinese as well?
What the?
Hell no.
Okay, well, during the Industrial Revolution, America was built. The factories and things like that were built on immigrants. A big part of that was Chinese immigrants.
So Mo, let Uncle Pud, because you look like he wanted to answer that question. Uncle Pud, go ahead and answer that question.
What the hell the Chinese got to do with this?
He just asked a question. He just asked a question.
First of all, they came over. Chinese people came over willingly. They came over willingly. I've told y'all, some black people didn't come over willingly. It was drug over here, enslaved. What you talking about, move forward? How you gonna move forward when stuff's still happening to us to this day? You can't move forward when you turn on your news. Another black dude was gunned down because he was black. You know, Aubrey, his killers was just brought to justice. The man was jogging, and they hunted him down. So there ain't no such damn thing as moving forward.
Uncle Pud, Mo didn't do it, man. Just all right.
No, he didn't do it, but he sounded really asinine to me. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, man, I'ma just be quiet.
I mean, I tell you what. I think that I understand what Mo's saying when he's saying that things need to change. Because in all honesty, for us to really break out of this, you're gonna have to change the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Money can't change it. It ain't gonna bring the
That's
change.
the most important thing.
Now,
Man,
Now-
Jody done said something. Hey,
Yes.
Adrian, what a clap
Where
set
the
for
ball
Jody,
at?
man.
have
Golly.
I don't have it. You know it.
Do
Keep
your
going,
thing,
Jody.
Keep going, Jody. Do your thing.
Keep going,
I
Jody.
got you. But listen though, no. So it starts with the mindset, right? And you have to change the mindset because you have had a lot over the years of like black people kind of been stuck in this mindset to survive, where a lot of people of like white have been put in positions to thrive. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with the mindset. But don't let it get wrong. A damn check, a damn show help too.
You better
Go
take
with
away
the
your
button.
claps. Jody.
You know what? Take about that.
I'm just
Yo,
saying, right?
I have a question.
A check in the right hands.
If you don't
a damn
change the
sure help.
mindset, yeah, in the
What-
right hands,
How much
right.
should that check be for?
You know what? Honestly, Mo, I couldn't tell you, right? Because not also do I feel like black people should get like restitution. I feel like we need to holler at France, and you owe the people in Haiti a lot of restitution for basically
You better say something.
for damn island.
They go creep. They go
You better
creep.
say something.
They go creep.
Where my flag?
They go creep. They go creep.
Hey,
I'm right
so
now.
you owe them, you owe the Haitian people some restitution too for stealing their island, because at the end of the day, okay, not to like get off subject, but at the end of the day, the only reason why that island is going through anything because France put them in like $1 trillion debt because of all them soldiers they killed when they tried to go over there and take that island. So that's the only reason why that country is like the way it is today. So you owe them some money. So I couldn't tell you how much them checks should be, but I'm saying that in the right hands, those checks could help a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Progress their future. Like you literally, people get those checks. You can send your kids off to college. You can send your kids off to trade school. You can get your, self out of debt. You can do a lot of good things on those checks. Now, I can't speak for the ignorant folks because I just shared a story about how a certain family member blew through $3,000 of tax money in a week. So for them people, and the damn thing we can do to help, they just gonna get a check just cut. But in the right hands, those checks could change lives. So I'm all down for
Hold on.
restitution.
Where if we're gonna give out restitution money, where is that money going to come from?
Elon Musk, Bill Gates, I don't give a damn to be
Wait a
honest.
minute.
Okay, so
Where did all that stimulus money come from? They pulled it out the air, right?
The same money that they sent to Ukraine, the same money that they used for all them immigrants that got stuck at the border. What was it?
so our
All of-
tax money,
all of-
the money you pay in taxes, is you're gonna pay a higher tax to get a check
That's where it's coming
at
from.
one given point.
I mean, they do it already. Just go ahead and give it to us lump sum and still give me my tax money. Don't tax me, tax the white folks. This y'all fault.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Right, like
I
Mo
was
didn't
doing
do
one thing
nothing.
at work.
Hey, you guilty by association.
Oh,
How am I guilty? I didn't do anything. My
You
family's
know
from
what?
Italy.
You're right. Mo, you're right. You didn't do anything, right? But as a
My
black,
family's from Italy. They came here on a boat.
hey, as a
See?
black person, right?
Y'all set
I
this
watched the
man
news.
up.
I watch the news and I see some young, like I was watching the news the other day, and these 3 teen black kids killed this old white lady and stole her car. Now, I don't know these kids. I ain't never seen these kids. That ain't got shit to do with me. But as a black man, I shake my head in disgust because it's like, I know that's a reflection of my people. And even though I didn't have anything to do with it, that's a reflection of me. And white people gonna look at me just like they looked at them idiots. So if I, as a black man, has to suffer for every ignorant ass thing another black person do, I don't really have sympathy for the white folks. It's like, why I gotta pay restitution? I ain't do nothing. You guilty
But
by
that's a lump sum in saying that all white people are gonna look at you that way. Like I'm sitting here have a conversation and none of that applies to you. You're not that person. You did nothing wrong.
and that's because you well spoken and good rounded. Not every white person thinks like that.
So let's focus on more changing the ignorance of all people rather than just trying to act like we're going to move past it. A check isn't going to change anything. If you cut a check but we don't move towards correcting ignorance, then you're in the same boat and you just have a little bit of money.
I totally
You're right.
agree with
We
that.
in the
I
same boat,
totally
and that's
agree
why.
with that.
And in
That's
10
what-
years, the same people that was broke before are gonna be broke again, and the rich people gonna have the money still.
And what we're gonna be still talking about the same thing.
The same thing.
The
They just
same
gonna
thing.
broke.
So like
Yeah,
Mo
one
said, and check ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna change
No,
nothing until
it's
people
a
start
pick in the
changing
wrong
their
hands.
mindsets.
There's
It won't
people
be
that
nothing in the wrong hands.
there's people that come to this country with nothing and build empires.
Go ahead, Nick.
Why is that, Coach?
Hold on.
Why is
I
that,
got one question. Let's say we did get restitution, and
Right.
you divide it between the families that I guess went through it. Hold on. They can pull it. We got 8% in there.
Nick talking Tropicana talk.
But if you divide it between the families, y'all know y'all cut ain't gonna be as much as y'all think it's gonna be, right?
I mean,
At this point, Nick. At this
Y'all
point,
know
we don't know how much money that we're getting, so.
But
it's hard
even
to
if
tell.
you just broke it down into let's give a family that went through that $1 million, $10 million, and broke it down through the generations of kids, through the generations and generations and generations, what y'all think y'all gonna get?
So are they giving it to families or are they giving it to people?
Individuals.
They're giving it to families. Like it's going all the way back 100 years, 60 years or whatever to the Strong family.
It's got to go on somebody's account. Somebody is putting it in their account. It ain't gonna split up.
I don't think
somebody's gonna be responsible.
I don't think the dollar amount matters. The only thing that matters is that
I think it do matter to some people.
It matters to a certain degree, but like I
I
said,
don't think it
that
matters.
check in the right hands is not going to do
Exactly.
right.
Yeah, if you get that money in the right
because me-
hands, they could build an empire too.
Yeah, because the first thing I'm doing, I'm
Exactly.
finding that cat from Wolf of Wall Street. Like, hey, bro, I got 100 stacks. Like, make it work. Hey, don't tell me nothing. Just give me some money back. Make it work. I don't care. Like, invest it somehow, some way. Because in the wrong hands, they ain't gonna do to spend it on rims, Jordans, weed, and Nikes. Like it, and that's what it is.
And
You giving your money right back to the white man.
And that's cool. Then can't nobody complain about that. You like, we gave you your money.
That ain't changing nothing though. It ain't changing nothing.
But
see,
you
that's
can't.
the
It's just like Mo said. You can't. Everybody's mindset is not the same. So we can't necessarily say the people with dumbass mindsets are going to change. It's like we know there's a lot of people. We all know 2 people personally that if they got $1 million, that they'd be broke within a year. We all know somebody.
Exactly.
Like that. So
But this
at
is
that
my
point,
thing.
you
This
had
is
your
my
money,
thing.
and I can't help you.
This is my thing, Jody. Because you sitting there saying that they're gonna waste the money, this, that, another. What's the point of getting the money if we know we're gonna waste it?
Because you still
What's
deserve
the point?
We is a big word. We is a lot of people. Like,
Well, yeah,
if
we
you
keep
gave
saying
each
we
one
as
of
black people.
Okay,
keep
but
saying
hold
we.
on, Brandon. If you gave each one of us on this panel a certain amount of money, we'll sit down together, figure out how can we grow this money together, branch out and do something together. That's what they're afraid of, that we actually have that mindset to take the money and grow it, because we will outshine them. And that's what they're afraid of. You know, like...
You actually believe that? You actually believe that they're afraid of that?
Yeah.
Dude, why did they burn down Black Wall Street?
That was years. The people
No,
who
don't
burned
play
it
with
down
me,
is not
Coach.
the people that's here right now.
Don't play with me, man.
I can't ask you. The people that burned it down is not here right now. Did you have a business on Black Wall Street?
Was it? Hold on. What year was it? You act like it was that long ago. It was 19.
Well, that was in the 50s, wasn't it? No, that was in the 40s, 40s, 40s and 50s, I think.
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't that long ago. I'm just saying, all black people ain't gonna buy rims, studio time and stuff.
I know
like
that. I know that.
I
I'm
mean,
saying
a
for the
majority
people that
of
are.
But you can't tell them, even though they're gonna do something stupid with the money, you can't tell them they don't deserve it just because they're gonna do something stupid with it.
But see, right now we having 2 different conversations. We got
you
one
trying to tell
group.
me that they scared of us shining.
We got one group of people who's saying, "Oh, the money's gonna go into the wrong hands and they're gonna blow it," and we got another group saying, "What about the people that's not gonna blow it?" Like, we all split off having 2 different conversations right now. That's what it seems like.
But it goes hand in hand, because it's like you do have people that are going to do something smart with the money, and you do have people that's going to do something stupid with the money. But it's like you can't sit here and say like, oh, what about the people that's going to blow it? They're going to blow it. They're going to do stupid stuff. The same people that get $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 in taxes every year, and they broke by March, May. It is what it is. You can't help those people. Though you had a shot to change and you didn't change.
And the truth is this: we're not gonna get it.
But you want,
Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Jimbo. So we about to move on. We about to move on from this topic because we ain't gonna get it. So we about to move on from this topic.
Hey, it'd be nice if we had it.
Wait a minute, I want to.
I like what Matt Squab say.
When those Japanese concentration camps happened in World War II, that was World War II or one, when they put all Japanese Americans and took all their stuff, those people got restorations. They got restitution. They did. America said, we're sorry. Here you go, we'll never do that again. I don't think, more importantly, I don't really think it's really money helps. Let's not bullshit ourselves. If you got money, you can make moves to help yourself, help your community, help your family. But most importantly, I think as Black people, we just want acknowledgement, an apology, and acknowledge that we were done wrong. That's it. An apology, because right now they haven't even acknowledged it. You get stupid shit like we need to move forward. We need to get over it. No, but we wasn't there. I wasn't there. I don't give a damn if you was there or I wasn't there. You benefited from it.
I disagree with that.
I know you would, Coach.
There's several people that have apologized and acknowledged it was wrong.
Several people. I'm talking about the U.S. government. The U.S. government has not come out and said, yeah, you know what? That was fucked up. That's our bad. I have not heard anybody. I heard individuals, like you said, Coach, say, acknowledge it. But as a government, as a whole, as America, as a whole, they have not acknowledged it. Do you know we pay taxes? Some of our tax dollars go towards Israel, for Israel over there to Israel. Why is America paying Israel for something that Germany did? We ain't have shit to do with the Holocaust, but our damn money going over there. If you can pay them for something that we weren't involved in, and you sit here and look at us and be like, man, y'all straight. Y'all got opportunities. What opportunities? We got very little opportunities because they keep blocking us. You know that. Every time they set a goal, we match it, they move the goalpost farther. So how can we move forward if it's still happening? History is repeating itself.
Define moving forward. Let me
define.
After this one, we're gonna wrap this one up so we can.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I am so sorry.
No, you good. You good.
Y'all should have known this was gonna happen.
You good. This is
moving forward means we can stop looking back. I'm saying, hey, this, that, and the other. Because we got to eradicate it. How do we do it? I don't know. But we got to start by acknowledging there is a problem. There is a problem in America when dealing with us. We have not acknowledged that as a country, as a whole.
But you saying that it's stopping us from moving forward. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say it's stopping us from moving forward as far as us individually as a people progressing. Because we doing good things. If you're looking out, we doing good things, man. We got a lot of millionaires. We even got some billionaires that's Black. Opportunities, people who have gotten lucky and doors have opened. But I'm talking about as a society as a whole. How do we move forward if these things repeat themselves? I want y'all to think about that. If they keep repeating themselves, we still dealing with shit that they was marching about in the 60s, in the 50s, and it's 2021. So how can we move forward? This is supposed to have been done. It really was. It was supposed to have been done a long time ago. We were supposed to be this great society, but we still dealing with this stuff. And that's crazy to me. Okay. Now go to the next section. I said my piece. Shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
So listen. So since it kind of we're gonna say. I know, Jody, we got a second topic, but let's move to that third topic because it kind of correlates with what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Let's move into that third topic with the bill that Florida's trying to pass.
Oh, okay. So Florida is.
We'll go back to number two. We'll go back to number two.
So Florida is on the verge of passing a House bill called HB 7, aka Stop Woke Act, to ban certain school curriculums, talks that past history and how certain groups were the root of the problem.
You already know. Let's just go continue the conversation.
I'll start off with this, because I just care. And
okay.
So basically, what it looks like is white people don't want to talk about the history of how shitty white people have been.
Hold on, can I say this real quick, Jody?
That's kind of what it sounds like. Yeah.
Look at Adrian.
Let me see that list. Let me see that list,
man. All right, so I had a conversation with somebody about this bill because I read this bill and I heard all the chatter about the bill, talking about how it was racist and this, that, and the third. And when I read through the whole bill, I said I didn't see anything racist about the bill. Because the bill pretty much was the same for everybody, down the list. You know what I'm saying? They didn't change the rules for one person. Everybody down the list that something happened to them in history, Black Americans, the Holocaust with the Jews, and so forth and so on. Everything was the same down the list. Now, this person I had a conversation with, they told me this is all a perspective thing. You know what I'm saying? It's how you view the world. They were like, Jimmy, you don't view the world as everybody is racist or everybody is out to get you, but some people do.
Yes.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
But I say I have another point that I want to point out. I'll wait for that just to give y'all. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh no, I want to hear it now.
No.
Yeah,
I want let's get through this
Jimbo,
this
go
part
ahead.
real quick.
Go
Let's
ahead,
get through
Jimbo.
this part real quick about what I just said though.
I want to hear Miss Lucretia. She's been quiet.
No, I was gonna say, like, I read the bill too. The bill, if you read the bill, it's not alarming at all. It's basically, it's just redefining what curriculum should be. The issue is when it was presented as to stop critical race theory. So basically it's to stop blaming other races or cultures for doing this in the past. Now, the bill is there, but also, like, just because the bill is there, it's written in words, that doesn't mean that it's going to be applied that way. So if the first initial thought was this is how we're going to present it, they can water down the bill. But in classes and stuff like that, if a child is being taught about past history and a parent learns about it, the parent may go upward to the district and say something. So it's almost like you're telling us it's okay to talk about it, but then you're kind of telling us, because it's called a Stop Woke Act. Like, where did they get that from? Black people talk about stay woke.
True. Jody, chime in.
So I stand by my first statement. It's just all a bunch of rhetoric. I did read a little bit. I might not have read too much into it, but they just want to stop the talk about, certain things in the past. And when you boil it all down, it's kind of like you don't want to talk about white people and all the crappy things that done over the history of years. And it's just like, stop the woke act. You're right. That's some stuff black people say. White people don't say stay woke. That's black people stuff. So stop the woke act. It's like, why can't we talk about it? Why is that such an issue? It sounds like you don't want these little white kids' feelings hurt in class. You don't want to create a divide in class, because we all been there. When we were sitting in class in Black History Month, we watched that movie Amistad. For the next 2 days, you looking at all your white classmates like, motherfucker. You feeling some type of way. So
that's the problem.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, it still should be taught. Why shouldn't it be taught? It's a part of history. It's a part of true history. It's a part of history that you don't need to be lied about. Why can't we know that? We it's been 21 years and we still not supposed to forget 9/11. Remember that? How long we just now stopped celebrating Christopher Columbus Day. That's been a lie for hundreds of years. So why do we need to stop talking about something that actually happened?
I think it's because there's so much more information out. But like, who wrote the curriculums? It was majority people who were white. who wrote like the history books and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy that we're now learning about things in history that we never learned about because they never taught. All we learned in school is Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and stuff like that, the basic people, but we never learned about other people who invented products that we knew nothing about. So it although yes, I do get it, like why it does make. I think in today's society, everything's so sensitive. So everything is like, if I talk about this, oh, I'm hurting somebody's feelings or I'm hurting their mental state or something like that. But people, I think it's just what we live in time today. Because back then it was like, okay, we hear it, cool, we move on. Now it's like everything that you say, everything that you read, everything is an issue. So, I mean, I get it for the mental state or for the feeling of a student, but at the end of the day, like I just don't understand why we have to hide everything because information is still out there.
So
this my-
the question,
Go ahead,
the
Bill.
question is, why do we frame it as hiding when you have the capacity to go get the research and the information? Why do we have to frame it as hiding or frame it as lying just because it's not taught? That doesn't make it a lie. That doesn't mean we're hiding it. See, a lot of times the focus is hurting somebody else's feelings, but that's not the biggest problem. Is not hurting somebody else's feelings. The biggest problem is how you're eternalizing this information. It's creating negative viewpoints. You can't be successful if you have a negative viewpoint about society. If you think that the man is holding you back, why are you not going to start a business? I mean, that's going to be the reason why you don't start a business. And that's not the facts. That's the whole point. People don't understand how it affects them that's actually reading it. If you can, like us, most of us can read something and have an understanding and it not hold us back. But there's a lot of people, and so just look at the past year, we had, and I go back to this example, we had Randy Moss. He was literally crying on a show about some email. Randy Moss, one of the greatest receivers ever, a football player, crying on the show about some emails that was sent 10 years ago. See what I'm saying? That's the pressure that's putting inside people where they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to view, you know what I'm saying, the society and who they are and how to move forward. All they get is this: you can't make it. Everybody's holding you back. You're not going to be able to do anything. You're only going to reach a certain level. So what's the point of trying? Why try if you already think it's stacked up against you in the beginning? So
it's all about mindset.
Yes, my view is that it's the mindset was most important. Yes, if you're that into history and you want to know more about history, yes, go search it, go learn about it, know the facts, teach it, whatever you want to do. But you have to recognize that just because other people wants to move forward and be successful by keeping certain things away and having a tunnel vision, because it's not easy to be successful. You have to have tunnel vision to reach the level of success that people want, to be financially secure, to be able to do everything that you want. It takes a certain type of individual it's called the 2 and 5% people, right? And sometimes you have to block certain things out and you have to be like, you know what? I know it looks bad, it smells bad, it seems bad, but that's not the case. I'm gonna go by what I want and what I know I can accomplish, not by what happened in the past, not by what everybody else is telling me. And that's how we should be teaching our kids, that no matter what's going on, you can be successful. You can be a millionaire. You can own property. You can own a business, whatever you can.
Oh, Jody. So my take on this, I understand where Jody coming from by why not teach it, but to give a little pushback on that, if they're not going to teach it in school, this is where us as parents, especially if we want our kids to know the truth, why won't we teach them? Don't just leave it to the school system to teach them. We can teach them. You know what I'm saying? Because that Florida bill can't stop the inside home of you teaching your child, you sitting your child down and saying, hey, this is what happened. Well, the lady at school told me this. Okay, lady at school told you this. Let me flip it and show you what actually happened. That's where us as parents need to step up. We can't just rely on the school system to teach our children everything. We can't. If Florida want to sit there and put that bill in there where they're not going to teach everything, Fine. When my kid come home, what you learn in history today? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is what they didn't teach you. Then this is what Nick was talking about a couple weeks ago. Then that child is going to go back to school and have questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got to step up as parents. I can care less about that bill. If my kid come home and they tell me they learned this in school, it's my obligated duty to sit there and, hey, this is also what happened. We're not just gonna listen to one thing. This is also what happened. Let's go and research it for ourselves. That's my viewpoint on it. Anybody else got something else?
But you touched on what I wanted to say, and I had this conversation with like 3 other people before we had this. Like I said, the bottom line to me is what I've always been saying that before we started the podcast and now. Accountability. Like, when, instead of us sitting here complaining, when are we going to actually be like, hey, let's work together as a community?
Right.
Just like what Adrian was saying, let's support each other, or, if somebody got resources, how can I help you get something going for you and your family, and something that's going to benefit the community? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're doing all the complaining and everything, but we're
ain't
not
doing nothing.
Yeah. We have no action that's going with it at all under any circumstance.
But
we need to join together just like everybody else do. The government works together. And I don't want to make things about race, but like I'm just gonna be real. You got Asians, look at their community. They work together. They support each other. You got the Jewish people. I met a lot of Jewish people in Miami. They work together. They support each other, so forth and so on. And you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm all about humanity, period. Mm-hmm. But if for the people that the white man this, white man that, okay, black African Americans, brown skinned folk, let's work together. Mm-hmm. And then once we get our stuff together, then let's start helping other communities.
Exactly. We sit here and we complain. Black folks, and I'm not saying we as us here, but black folks in general sit here and complain, and we're not helping each other. You know what I'm saying? Chris made a comment about black kids and white kids need to learn it too. But the whole circle of this conversation is black people. We ain't even talking about white people. This whole conversation is circling around black people. If black people want our people to be right, black people need to start helping black people.
Look at yourself.
Period, point blank.
Yes, sir.
That's what I've always said.
That's all I got to say. Anybody else got anything on that? I heard you say that
plenty of times too, Telly.
Yeah, Telly. You did it before. Anybody got else anything else? Because we about to move.
No, I agree.
Jody's stupid.
Jody know how to make the smiles go up, boy.
Oh my god.
I'm just throwing it out there, you know what I'm saying? And I 100% agree with you. It starts with building within our own community. And why people been saying that. And matter of fact, Jimmy put something in the chat about that. Like, you got basketball players that, overall worth $300 million, and you don't own no banks, no schools, no towns, no nothing.
Exactly.
It starts with us as a collective. So
then wonder why the white man doing so good.
Hey, if those people ain't gonna do it, then we can help ourselves with a little, some from the Restitution. Because I'm gonna be real with you, I don't give a damn who drop off my check. You can have the Grand Poobah drop off my check for all I care, just long as it clear when I go to the bank. And if the bank don't let me cash that check, I'm gonna cause a scene. Now I cash my check and I own the bank.
Oh my goodness. Y'all keep Jody out y'all banks, man. Keep Jody out y'all banks.
You better let me cash my check when I come to your bank. I know that.
Jody, man, let's move on to that second topic, man.
What is your thoughts on inmates in the military? Instead of doing jail time, we send them overseas to learn some.
So this question.
Wait, that's a thing?
No, I was just saying. That's
something actually used to be a thing. When you go to back in the 60s and the 50s, if you got, went to court and they sentenced you, they gave you the option. You can go to jail or you can go to the military. Some people, a lot of people
know that.
So yeah, I don't know why we stopped that practice. It was like, yeah, you can go to jail or you go to military. We have a form of that up here, but it's called boot camp. It was for the younger cats. go to boot camp or you go to jail. And they send you to boot camp in this military style boot camp. But yeah, once upon a time, they used to send people to the military instead of jail.
Chris said he may escape if you send him, but send him. Go ahead, send him. He may escape. I don't know what y'all could do about that. I don't know, man. I guess it would be okay. I don't see where it would be wrong for a prisoner not to. I don't see where it would be wrong for if there was a draft to happen that prisoners should be first up. I don't see where that's wrong.
Depends on what type of prisoner. You can't send a
that too. That
because he gonna kill his unit.
I mean, if he in a unit with other murderers, then at that point it's just kind of like the trash taking out the trash, Like, damn.
Well, we don't need to take it out the whole team. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to take it out the whole team. But I don't think I see anything. I don't know. I don't really see no problem with.
Right, so I'll give you a list of problems.
All right, give me a list. Give me a list.
Before he starts spewing his nonsense.
Exactly.
Let me
I'm on the other side.
Before he starts spewing his nonsense, right? Let me give you the real. I was sitting there and I was talking to somebody at work, and I think the problem is this: when we say we have so many young black men in jail for stupid shit, like let's be real, you got a bunch of 18 and 19-year-olds in jail for like armed robbery, running into a shoe store, stealing shoes, doing stupid fraud stuff. When you have like non-violent offenses like that, where you just got some young kid being dumb, I feel like instead of just institutionalizing these young men, you know what I'm saying? I feel like military would be a better option. Like if you you rob a store, you know what I'm saying, and you get 8 years in jail, I feel like you should do 6 in the military. Yeah, I feel like that's a good way to rehabilitate a lot of these people to get in society. It helps out the country in certain way. You know what I'm saying? It takes away people from being in jail, and you can learn a lot of skills in the military. So that way when they get out of the military, they can be a functioning part of society without being institutionalized. Because what happens is you get these young men that go to jail and they're in there for 5 or 6 years and they don't know how to act when they come out. And guess what? They're repeat offenders. They're back in the system, especially with our young black men. Like, let's give all of us were young at some point. We all did stupid shit. We all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Let's not punish these men for the rest of their lives over a mistake they made when they were 18, 19, 20, and actually give them a chance to re-enter society with a different perspective. Hell, some of these men might want to stay in the military, or some just leave with a skill. But I feel like it'd be better off to give them an opportunity to kind of redirect their lives in a positive manner instead of just institutionalizing them and putting them in the system. That's all I'm saying.
Bingo.
Run it off, coach.
All right. Now you can wake up.
Run it off.
First of all, to be a military veteran is an honor in this country. It's wear as a badge because you decided to go out and defend the country for whatever reason. It takes a certain type of mindset to be in the military.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop.
He let you talk. He let you talk.
Let him talk.
I'm gonna stop you. I just want to say one quick thing. Listen, I respect all military veterans out there. If you served in the military, I respect the hell out of you. Let me get one thing clear. If your ass left the base, I respect the hell out of you. You do not get my respect because you signed up and you spent 18 months on a damn ship. You never left the base. You didn't go out there and pick up a damn rifle and shoot at nothing. You sat in the office and did nothing.
Man, you should have let OJ keep talking, man.
Exactly. Let me tell you something.
Let that man talk.
That rates up there with one of the most ignorant things you said. There's a lot of them, but that was just one. If you signed up and you on the ship and you never left, you still have the capability of them sending you off, and you know that. So rather if you went or not, you still signed up to go, just like the people that went. They just didn't call your number or your name or whatever. So just because you didn't go don't mean you couldn't and wouldn't have. So they deserve the same respect too, okay?
I'm with you, coach.
Anyhow, it takes a certain type of mentality to be in the military. There's a lot of rules within the military, discipline, stuff you have to do, especially if you get shipped off to different areas. When you're arrested, you're showing that you don't have any respect for rules or for the laws. So that's the complete opposite thing. You know what I'm saying? Each individual obviously is different, you know, depending on what you get arrested for or what the situation is. But however, when you show a blatant disrespect for the law and rules, that you don't deserve to go to the military. No, that's not where
Coach. Let me ask you a question, Coach. Does jail not have rules that you have to follow?
Yeah.
Okay, then they learn how to follow those, so they can learn how to follow the rules of the military.
So you saying a 19-year-old who do something stupid can't be rehabilitated?
Are you finished, Jody? Go ahead.
I'm just saying. So you saying a 19-year-old who does something stupid can't be rehabilitated? So now he's just that's what you just said. You just said, right? You just said that they have
military is not
blatant regard for the law, right? So now all of a sudden they're just a career criminal. They can't never change their mindset.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Military is not to rehabilitate. It's for a person that's already rehabilitated. You see what I'm saying? That's this person.
Now you know how many dumbass idiots go to the military because they ain't got a clue what they want to do with the rest of their life. So the military was the easy way out
because they don't have a clue what they want to do. They just don't know.
Are you serious? Have you seen these recruiters picking up these 18-year-old kids with a D+ average? Like you ain't going to college.
Jody,
you want a better job? You in the military.
Jody, you're not thinking when you talking about
rehabilitation. You're not thinking. You talking about the military. You got to have this great direction of life to go to. Bro, do you know the Marines like
Jody,
these dumbest people on earth? Like, are you serious? Oh my
God. The
Oh
question at hand is about prisoners going to military.
No,
we talking about nobody else. We're not talking
somebody
about
that's they got to be rehabilitated from breaking the law. Are you ignorant? You're not paying attention.
Am I ignorant? So one person does one little thing and they're not allowed to go to the military.
Oh my goodness. It's like arguing with, you know what I'm saying?
This is family talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, this ain't family talk.
Like putting my little.
It's family talk. That's the name on the screen. That's what it is.
I need to put my little brother in the corner, man. Go clean your room up or something, man.
Read the comment. The prison system is supposed to be rehabilitation. Why can't the military be it?
Not the military.
Not the military, though. He said the prison system.
Yeah,
right.
not
the military isn't used for rehabilitation.
Yes, it's
no,
not.
It's not. Well, once upon a time it was, but not now.
Not now,
But you know, as Jody said, prison is for rehabilitation. But let's be honest, they're not rehabilitating anybody. Actually, they're turning people into animals, and
they not.
I guess
the prison ain't turning people. The prison ain't turning people into animals.
Yeah, it does. When you set those standards and circumstances,
it's the people that you in there with. It's the people that you in there with.
It turns you into an animal because you got to survive in there. Never been to prison, so I just hear stories. Got family members that been there right now. Hey, what is it like inside? Turn you into an animal. It's not. How the hell is that rehabilitating?
Everybody
you can't even take a shower, and you got to worry about the soap hitting the ground, and you can't finish your bath. You know what?
What is you talking about?
No, I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about.
Right.
But yeah, I know.
I'm saying what he's talking about as far as this conversation.
Oh,
I know what he's talking about.
Anyway, my bad. Prisoners. I feel like prisoners, like Jody said, non-violent. You know, dude out there trying to flip a couple of bags. You know, he's not gonna cut nobody's throat in their sleep. You can't have. You know, me and Jody actually talked about this.
I can tell.
Said, man, this is
oh wow!
I can tell.
I'm like, this will be the opportunity. I'm like, this will be the opportunity for those so-called shooters that they about theirs. Send them over to the war zone. You want to shoot? Here, go on over there. You can shoot somebody.
You go test our whole freedom over some people with ego. Like, oh, this is your opportunity to see if you're gonna shoot or not. They're not going over there just to play games.
I'm saying there's no opportunity. Give them the choice. Everything starts with choice. Give them the choice. You want to go? You want to shoot people? You want to prove how bad you are? You want to go join the military and defend this country where you can go shoot and there's no repercussions. You doing your job. You know, this is what we're gonna send you over there to do. I mean, because think about it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying in a, you know, as an idea. I ain't got the logistics.
Oh, you just talking about an idea? Okay.
Yeah, just an idea. Like, you know, like let's be honest. We, Coach A, all of us got kids. When we sit here and tell our kids, go to the military, you know, when we actively say, here, you need to go here and sign up and defend this country, would we?
If they
I was in the
want to.
military.
If they want to, yeah.
I said, would we push them in that direction?
No.
I would.
Exactly.
I would. Depending on what if they ain't doing nothing.
I mean, that's a different whole set of things. I'm just saying.
Once I answer the question, that's a different situation.
No, I'm saying if they throw,
I'm gonna touch on what Coach A said. Right, Coach A is saying that.
I thought it was some intelligence.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Adrian, right now. Adrian, right now.
Now he Adrian. Now he
Adrian right now. Adrian right now. You're saying that the military is this like prestige honor of you go here because you're a good person and you want to defend the country. I'm telling you right now that it's not. Okay. I don't know what fantasy cupcake world you living in, but a lot of these people that go to the military are not. Oh, I want to go stand up for my free. That's not. Especially when you get to places like the Marines and like the Army. Those are like, hey, bro, like you come here, get some structure in your life. Like you do 4 years, get some structure in your life. Now, if you're talking about the Air Force, where you got to have a high GPA and stuff, so the people who join the Air Force and certain parts of the Navy and the pilots and stuff, yeah, those people are people with career minded. Like I got to do this to get to I want to be waiter on life. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those ones that are out in the mud, in the dirt, overseas, in the mountains, and in the snow in Iraq and all those places. Bro, you send those cats that instead of you doing 6 years in jail, do 4 years in the military. What's the problem with that? It's like you getting structured the same way you'd have to be forced to wake up, the same way you'd be forced to go to sleep, the same way you'd be forced on a schedule. You can actually do that with some kind of positive.
But you just say they getting the same structure in jail. So why we have
but
to
it's
send them
not
to the
positive
military?
structure, Jimmy. It's not positive structure. It's a shut up, keep you in line type of structure. Like this is a structure to you to shut up, you stay out my face. That's what that is. When you go to the military, this is a structure for you to be somewhat of a veteran adult. And a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds can be rehabilitated. It's like, you know what, you was doing stupid stuff. Here's 4 or 5 years in the military, straighten your act out. Now, if you do stupid stuff after that, then all right, you wanted to go to jail. But we gave you an opportunity to do better.
They don't have. First of all, they don't have time. They don't have time in the military to be straightening people out. You need to already be straight.
What do you think happens to police in the military?
But isn't there training in the military?
When I'm talking about straightening people out, I'm talking about behavior. I'm not talking about training and shooting and all that. I'm talking about behavior.
But training does structure your behavior.
That's behavior out.
If you get in trouble for selling dope or you fighting and you doing all this other stuff, right? They don't have time to be going back and forth with somebody that's in that same mindset. That's not what the military is for. That's what the prison is for.
I promise you this, that drill sergeant get a hold of your ass. That drill sergeant get a hold of your ass, you won't be fighting. After you run.
Jody, thank you. Coach, did you serve in the military?
What?
Did you serve in the military?
No.
I did. So,
were you in your OTC?
No, I didn't. I went straight to the military after high school. And my attitude and behavior was messed up. I wasn't a criminal, but when I got there, they straightened it out. They straightened it out, though.
How many times you got arrested?
Had to change.
How many times you got arrested?
As a juvenile?
But he's just talking about his attitude and his behavior was wrong, and
right. I understand that I'm not arguing. I'm talking about an actual criminal, a person that does not respect the law. that's getting arrested that has the opportunity to do 5 or 6 years. If you did something bad and you're gonna go to jail for 5 or 6 years, that means you did something bad. You're a habitual problem. You're gonna send that person to the military instead of the prison for 5 or 6
Adrian, how many first offenders get 5 or 6 years after getting caught with a couple of nicks?
We're not talking about that. If it's a first offender, somebody said that you're gonna do 5 years or some years in jail, or you're gonna go to the military. That's what I'm telling you. We talking about, of course, if somebody get arrested once and they have an option to go to the military, that's different. I'm talking about just actual criminal, somebody that y'all look at like is a bad person that needs to be locked up.
Let me say this. Veterans and past, I had to put some shades on what y'all talking about. Veterans and past people that's been in the military, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're frowned upon prisoners going into the military because for them it's an honor to fight for this country.
Yes.
If you bring any veteran that has been in World War I, World War II, they will say absolutely not, because it's an honor to fight for this country. For them, it's an honor to fight for this country. So why would they want to bring in a prisoner that doesn't follow the rules of the country and that's always getting arrested and this, that, and another? They're selfish. Why would they want that into their military camps? I understand to rehabilitate somebody. I understand the point, but why would they want them into their camps if they can't even follow the rules of the normal society? Veterans will frown upon any type of prisoner being in their camp if they're not really there to fight for this country, period. Oh, was that the mic drop?
No, it's not.
That was to move on to the next conversation.
That's the mic drop.
That says move on. No, it's not. I would tell you like this. It's an honor to fight for this country, but this country treats its veterans like shit.
Yeah, you're right. They do. I'm just talking about if you talk to an actual, you're right, because this country do treat veterans crappy. But if you talk to an actual veteran, okay, that's fine. I'm not trying to disrespect you or nothing like that, Telly. I'm just telling you go into a group full of veterans that got those hats and those badges. They would not want prisoners into their camps because they wouldn't want them fighting for the country. How can you live in society and not do right in society and then want to call yourself wanting to fight for the country?
I can understand that. A certain point of it, it's like, yeah, these people just used to be locked up. But I think there's a certain.
Billy mad at the country anyway. He wasn't murderers. He gonna say everybody there. Don't do what you want.
I ain't gonna say no murderers. No, dog. I don't want nobody cutting throats of the unit in their sleep. No, I'm just saying everybody deserves a chance to prove themselves.
And I say, especially young men, right? They deserve an opportunity to kind of redirect their lives in a positive manner. And the military is a great place for them to redirect their lives in a positive manner so they don't become stuck as a product in the system. And especially our young black men, because there's a lot of young black men out there on some stupid shit because they ain't really got nobody to kind of tell them anything otherwise. I feel like a couple years in the military, instead of making you, institutionalized for the rest of your life, I feel like might straighten a lot of them out. It ain't gonna work for everybody.
Bro, these people, some of them not even listening to their parents telling you to get up, go to school, and do all this stuff. You think they gonna go to the military and listen to somebody yelling at them and telling them to get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you ain't got no choice,
right? You might not listen. But you want to know what we do have a choice about, though? What we do have a choice about?
I know what Jimmy would say.
Hey, I was gonna get that, Jimmy. I was gonna get that. Like, change this topic.
I was just waiting on somebody to say something so I could segue. I just waited.
I feel you. Let's go.
We got it in there. We got anything else on the docket, CM?
Not that I know of. I took a couple subjects from this.
Let's have a fun topic. Put up the fun thing, man.
Yeah, let's put up something fun. Hey, all our listeners and stuff, right? We this is kind of heated discussions on all this thing we're talking about. Let's get a little fun.
I think it was a little heated today.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we had a real heated discussion.
Hey, that's up, man. You know what? Whoever came up with these subjects.
Hi.
Hey,
little man.
What's up, little G?
They say hey, Z.
You got that long hair. Don't ever cut that boy hair, man.
Hey, that's what I said. That's what I told his mama and grandma. We ain't cutting it. We're gonna leave it just like
Don't
that.
ever
But anyway,
see how long it can get.
we're not talking about my son.
Okay, so if you want to do that, we can run it. We can run one of my Tuesday subject back.
Well, no. Jim gonna say something. No, we're not running on Tuesday.
It's one of Telly's questions. It's a good.
What is it? What is it?
So we talked about it Tuesday, right? So we run it back today. How important is it for their family to accept you when you start dating somebody?
It has some importance, but it's not everything.
Yeah, it has some importance, but as far as I'm still gonna be with your daughter. It ain't
your daughter's still mine, really.
Exactly. Yeah. Like whether you like me or not,
we do not own people.
Whether you like me or
I'm
not.
Sorry, Telly. I'm sorry.
Hey Jimbo, I was with you though. Whether you like, she's still mine. I don't know what else to tell you.
She coming with me.
But it does matter. It does matter to keep things civil. If you want to take it that aspect, keep things civil. And I mean, I can't really. My future in-laws love me, and I love them, so I can't really speak on that. So,
Brandon, you're very lovable. They should love you.
Thank you, sir. I try. Thank you, sir. I think I'm pretty lovable.
Well, let's ask somebody who the opposite. Jimmy.
He ain't the opposite. His future people love him too.
Oh no, they love me, bro.
Yeah. They watch the podcast.
I don't know, but they love me though.
Yeah, we need to send them the link then.
Hey, let me tell you. And guess what? I got history with them too.
See?
So we got a track record. See? Like, you know what, Jimbo? You a good dude.
So let's ask Coach.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Like that?
Let's ask Coach. Coach, your in-laws. How your in-laws feel? I mean, what's the relationship with your in-laws?
Oh, they love me, man.
See, you asking people what people love
But
us.
the question is, how important is it? It's important for sure, but it's not gonna. It shouldn't make or break the relationship.
Yeah,
right.
Know how to
but sometimes it does, though.
But I have an experience where sometimes it'll put strainers on it, bro.
Yeah.
First-hand experience.
But your relationship is supposed to be built around you and your spouse, not around anybody else.
But that's not always the.
We know it's not always the case, but I'm just telling you, in the ideal
what happens when holidays come up, like because I understand what y'all saying and I totally get it. But I've seen those situations where like neither one of the families like each other. So it's like, so y'all just spend holidays alone together. Y'all can't ever go spend time with y'all families as a couple.
In my situation where the other family didn't like me, I still came around. You're not finna run me. Right. I'm gonna still come around. I'm gonna still be cordial and say hey, but conversation's gonna be short. Right. But just because you don't like me, I'm supposed to not come over and feel
I'm supposed to just not. Yeah,
nah.
not me.
Who wanna go through tension all the time? That's stressful.
Yeah,
it is. But sometimes it helps build character.
It does, but man, it helps build these fists in their jaw.
Telly, why are you trying to get physical, Telly? Why are you trying to get physical?
You need to send Terry back to the military.
I'm black.
No, Telly, you just be wanting to fight people. That's all. You want to fight people.
Hey, no, man, I got a lot of pent up stuff, man.
I see that. We all noticed that early on. You went in on Mo. Mo didn't know what to do. Mo didn't know what to do.
Y'all see Mo, tell Mo I apologize, man, because
don't let Nick know to let Mo know.
I don't know, man. I am very respectful of other people's opinions. Y'all know that. I flow with it. I'll rebut you, but I respect your opinion. But that just right there, though, man, that just ticked me off because.
Don't bring it back up, Telly. Don't bring it back up.
I'm calm. I'm saying Mo would never know the feeling of being scared to leave your house to go somewhere or to send your children out and hope they come back, without the police or some damn hillbilly trying to kill them because of the colors of their skin. So
We're not finna
I
bring this back up.
apologize to Mo.
We not
I
finna bring
mean,
this
I
back up.
understand.
We
I
not finna
understand
bring
where
this
he was coming from, and I didn't say I disagreed with him. It's just I don't know, man. Anyway, back to the family thing.
But listen, but like
I
Telly
was-
said, like Sam said, it does make it a whole lot.
It makes it a whole lot easier. It does.
Yes,
It
it
really
does.
does. It makes it a whole
Because
lot
I
easier.
actually dated a girl. My youngest mom. She told me her dad and grandpa sat her down, said, "We don't care who you date. You know, it's fine, just so long as they're not black."
Damn.
Look who showed up to the house.
Hey,
They got a
hey,
prayer.
they said that, and look who showed up to the mouth. The ultimate Negro. The ultimate Negro.
And
Hey, that's his
They
wrestling
just-
name.
here's the thing. And then here's the thing, though. After interacting with me for so many years,
They love you to death.
yeah, they
They
love
love
me.
you to death.
Her grandpa, every time I went over his house, sit me right next to him, and we conversate about baseball because he was a big baseball guy. Her dad
Here you
would
go.
actually give me compliments. I changed
What's the
their
point, Coach?
mindset.
I'm representing Telly in his wrestling name, Ultimate Negro.
Hey, Telly. When that man said,
Oh my
"I don't care
God.
who you date, long as they ain't black." You know the black person that's supposed to show up? Him. He's supposed to show up. Not you. Coach, hey, not you.
They don't deserve me.
Jody just called-
They talk like that. They don't
Jody
deserve
just
me.
called
Hey, they
Coach
was supposed
an infiltrator.
Hey, I'm leaving. I'm
Hey,
leaving after
They're
that.
supposed to say Coach. They said the ultimate Negro up in this bitch.
Jerky
bet- I
said she
bet
got a
Tony showed-
question.
Hey,
Jerky,
tell
what's
me
your
showing with a
question?
dashiki and a little thing on his head.
Jerica got a question.
For the
Jack
married
got
men on the
questions for
panel. For the married men. We waiting on the question.
Shit, that's everybody up here but me.
I'm not married.
Almost.
Cree not married. Jimmy
not.
not married.
You said married men. I said that's everybody up here but me.
Oh well, I'm sorry, Cree. Cree not a man, but I'm not married. Jimmy not
Wait,
married.
Cree, you not a
You
man, right? You
about to
identify
be.
as a woman.
You gonna
Well,
let her
no,
ask
no.
the question? Ask
Really,
the question?
Joey?
We gotta ask these questions these days. We don't want to assume your pronoun.
I don't have a pronoun.
Okay.
Thank you, Cree.
I didn't
I
even
have
hear
a
what
name.
Jody said. Hold on. What? Wait, Jody.
He said she asked all the
I,
married.
I don't
men. He
even
the
want to
only
know what he
one.
said, to be honest with you.
Well, he-
It just sounded like it was something crazy.
It is. It
It's
always
wild.
is.
Are any of you married to black women?
Nope.
About to be.
Nope.
I am not.
So what's the other question, Jericho?
Or what's the significance of the question? We
Significance,
married
I
to
knew
we
Coach was gonna
married
ask
to
that.
choice.
Give us some time to type as we wait silently.
Jody, you got an
Right.
email, Jody?
Jody still got hope.
Jerry said, "What's the next question?" We
Jody,
waiting
Jody
on it.
still got hope.
We
I
waiting
mean,
on it.
I'm working on them. I'm working on them.
listen.
I'm working on Jody.
I'm
I'm gonna
open.
get
I'm
that boy
open.
down that
Oh, she
aisle,
just
man.
wanted to know. It's just one of those
I'm
I want to
open.
know question.
Hey, I had one of my customers told me I can't go back. She's like, "Oh, once you go there, you can't come back. They don't want you no more."
No, filthy.
What?
Damn.
This is
She
a dirty
told me
game.
that for real. I had to let her
It's
know.
just hard out here. It's hard out
They
here.
kicked you out? They kicked you out the club?
Kicked me out the club, man.
Brandon, what do you say
Yeah.
to something like that, Brandon?
What you mean?
When the young lady that told Adrian he can't come back. What
Yeah.
you say to that?
I was
What's the
dying. I
catchphrase?
forgot all of the
Devil, get off me!
There you go. That's what you should have said.
That's what I said. Devil, get off me! I said, yeah, you're right. But that's our show today, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't got nothing else, man. That's our show. Let's appreciate
Ultimate
everybody.
Negro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
Now
getting
that
next year.
I went to
Let's do
Coach
that next
A's
year,
office, Telly. Good. That's a nice belt, man.
It's very
and
nice.
it's
I'm
real.
telling you.
That's yeah.
Everybody that come in there like it. They pick it up like, man, this thing is
Oh,
heavy.
well,
It'll be-
tell them it's
it'll-
only for the year.
It's
Because it'll
only
be
for the
gone
year.
next year.
It'll be gone next year.
Creasy, you
Oh,
gonna
wait
join
a
our
minute,
fantasy
wait a
league
minute,
next
wait a
year?
minute. I gotta send this to somebody else if I lose.
Yeah.
You gotta buy
Nobody
another
wanted
one.
to pay for. That's why I suggested we buy one every year, but nobody's like, no. I
What
said,
type of
okay.
blackness is that? You gotta,
Hey, coach, we gotta share it. We gotta share it.
Hey, it's all our belt. We
They
just
said
keep
I'm
it,
out here.
it's all our belt. We just keep it at Coach A house right now.
I'm saying, man, well, everybody
Man,
got their taxes.
we'll probably buy another one, coach. We'll let
probably.
you
How you go get it? That's the question.
we'll probably buy it. Man, that's the show today, man.
Oh,
We appreciate everybody jumping into the comments. We appreciate the heated discussion that we had. It's an awesome heated discussion. We got anything else? I ain't really got nothing else, man.
Thank y'all for coming to the barbecue, man.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Everybody for commenting.
yeah, man. Like if Nick was here, he'll tell y'all to drop those emojis on us. Y'all like and share and subscribe
Do
to
me
the
a
YouTube.
favor. Drop an emoji.
Yeah, do me a favor.
Shout out
Drop
to
an
Chris.
emoji. Hey man, happy birthday to Nick and Nate, our brothers,
Yeah,
man.
yes.
I hope they wishing them a very happy birthday today. They are working, I believe.
Shout out to Mad Squabbles,
Mad Squabbles
Yeah.
was in the comments. Jericho was in the
Jericho.
comments.
Jessica, Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
Did
Somebody-
Amanda pop up today?
I ain't
see
seen
Amanda
Amanda
today.
today.
Amanda
see
didn't come
Amanda
today.
I think she working.
You know,
today.
she missing her massage therapist or something. You know,
Yeah, somebody she missing her massage therapist.
She's
Francesca.
Shout out to Creed for putting up with us.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cree was looking at us all crazy today.
Yes.
We gave you a good one today, Cree.
No, it was something special.
It was all special. It was
See,
all
look,
special.
it's all about perspective. Look at
It's all
you
about
already.
perspective.
just the tip of the iceberg. More to come.
More to come. More to come. But
More
we
to
love you
come.
guys. Y'all have a good Saturday. We'll catch y'all on Real Talk Tuesday on Tuesday.
Hey, don't forget to tell about her book. Don't forget about her book.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Thank you, Telly. Hey man, you look. The book is out. All things new. It is out now
All
on
things
Amazon. Y'all go to your Amazon. I know y'all got stuff in your carts. Might as well put this in your cart too. You need it in your life.
Yes.
If y'all want to know what happened with
things
Cree in her
new.
past 2 years, keep it going, Jimmy.
Leaving the old behind.
If y'all want to know what happened with Cree
And
the
stepping
past
into
2 years and what she went
freedom.
through and some of the
Oh, she
struggles
got
and
juicy
demons
stuff
she went
there.
through, hey, y'all go pick up this
It's a
book.
brand
and
new
read it.
book.
Jerica,
Can I,
you
can I
can
get
be
a
on the
sign?
show.
Can I get a signed copy?
Jerica just said she want to be on the show.
Jericho, you are
Uh-oh.
more than welcome. You are more
Yeah.
than
Heck yeah,
welcome.
Jericho.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we can definitely set that up where you can come on the show and
I don't even
Speak
want to know
out
what
with
Jody typing over there. He's smiling.
he over there
He typing.
smiling. He said
In
no.
In the show before he get it off.
Oh my God. Hey man, y'all have a good Saturday. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on Real Talk Tuesday.
Said in the show before.